In this video, we're going to cover the long invoice from the billing screen. This information provides you with a printable invoice that you can send or hand to the client at the end of a transaction. Let's go ahead and click on the icon and go to the billing invoice. In the billing invoice, you edit the screen to add your own billing business information at the top. And also, if you click on, you can insert a picture in this field. Now, this cannot be done on the server, so it has to either be done by me or you can do it through FMGo through the iPad in order to add the text information up here or the actual field image that you want to add. Now, on the invoice itself, you'll see that there is a print area that is down from this location, and everything on this side is not printed on the invoice. The typical information that you'll see when you come on this screen is all of the records. So, for example, if I did show all, these are the current records and sample records. This information obviously is an overload if you come in here unless you know how to find the invoice information that you want. For example, when you were doing the billing on the main screen back on the billing and booking records, you know that the person that you want to bill is listed on this screen, and you know their ID number. You also know the invoice date. So from this standpoint, what you'd want to do, since there's only one record in here, you could put one date instead of having to put a date range. So let's go back over to the invoice and do that using the find mode. In the find mode, if you want to bring up the information just for me, my record, the sample, you would go into find mode, you'd pick my name, and if it were a particular date that you wanted to look at, you would put the date in. Since there's only one in this case, I would just use whatever. I don't even have to put a date in there. And remember that I showed in other videos that you can use a date range if you want to pick up specific invoices. You'll notice at the end of the date that there is actually a number, which is the ID of the client. So you can differentiate between a different invoice and a different date if there were multiples. In this particular case, I'm using invoice ID number 1, and this is the only one in there for that, so I can click on it. And if I don't have to put this information, and it's not necessary, but it will provide the information that we want to look for with the record information we put in there. So let's go ahead and perform the find. Now that I performed the find, I'm ready to print the invoice. It shows the balance is paid for. In the case of if you took the payment or did not take the payment, whatever balances due is important to see on the invoice because it acts as a statement. If you wanted to reprint the invoice and send it to the client with a balance due, this would act as your client billing information as far as a statement is concerned. So again, get ready to print. You can, if you're a local printer, you can click this icon. It should bring up a print dialog. If you're on the iPad using FMGo, there is a separate gear at the upper right corner of the, it's an icon used to tap on that, and then you can pick a printer or you can print to a PDF file, or you can actually even send the information out on an Excel format or a PDF, and that can be emailed to the client if you wanted to email it. If you're on the server, you could use any local printer. There is no function to send it to a PDF. You could do a screen capture with a screen capture device, or you can even do a screen capture on the iPad if you wanted to, using the round button, which is the change button, and the power button pressed simultaneously will provide you with an image of this if you wanted to either put it into an email from the iPad. So you have a lot of different options. If you want to do a sign and send kind of a thing, you can have an extra custom thing added where there would be a signature block at the bottom as a container field where a client can sign it. On a sign and send, then you would get the Print Station sign and send app for your iPad. When you go to the gear up at the top, it will give you the option of sending a PDF and also sign and send, where you can have it signed and then sent by you to the client. Those are custom ads. If you want to add them, just let me know that you want those added. Once again, you can also show all the records when you get done to return them to the screen so that you have the complete set of records that are provided for the billing. Once again, on this, you'll see all of the individual charges and the ID for the particular client shown here. and obviously at the top it shows the name and the matching ID for the record that you're looking for. If you have incomplete information added here, it's a good idea to go back, or you can add it through here by clicking and putting in the information so your information is complete. Thank you for taking this video.